Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Worldwide Wrestling Network presents Glow. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for making the inaugural episode of the Glorious Ladies of Wrestling our most viewed show since Krampus Night with over 83 views. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am Remarkable Randall Reigns, and as always, we want to welcome my broadcast partner, Mr. Hamrick.
And as always, the pleasure is all yours.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a big episode of announcements for the Mildred Burke Invitational starting out this episode of Glow, and we are going to begin our broadcast with the announcement of our opening bracket for the Mildred Burke Invitational. The Mildred Burke Invitational, named after pioneer of women's wrestling, Mildred Burke. And ladies and gentlemen, this, as what we said on Cyclone Saturday night, our 16-woman tournament, because of the interest from women wrestlers all over the wrestling world, we have been contacted by many professional wrestling women in the industry, and our 16 women's tournament has ballooned to a 32 women's tournament. And I cannot say how excited I am to have the Worldwide Wrestling Network Glow Crown on the line to showcase some of the greatest women's wrestlers on the planet.
And in addition, we are getting the brackets on this show.
That is right.
We had a couple of announcements this past weekend via the WWWN online Twitter feed regarding some participants, but tonight we're going to find out who those participants and the rest of the women in the tournament will be facing at this tournament.
And without further ado, let's take it away for our first bracket announcement. Let's go. Check it out. And let's take a look at bracket Alpha, the Iron Queen Jada Storm, looking at the Glow Crown Championship to her collection. The newcomer Kenzie Corbin, Billie Jean Payne, one of the Worldwide Wrestling Network widest division. Asha, the Giant Conqueror, in her WWWN debut. Sonya Mercer, a former Glow Crown champion. Melanista, one more of Team Terranova, and introducing Kerry Kazarian, the Aussie Phoenix, one of the news of the Empire of Pain. And let's take a look at the bracket matchups. Mercer versus Kazarian, Washington versus Melanista, Corbin versus Storm, and Billie Jean Payne versus Asha the Conqueror. This is going to be an barn burner of a bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, the Worldwide Wrestling Network Glow Division has just got some major competition. What an announcement for the Mildred Burke Invitational. Incredible bracket one for that Glow Crown Championship tournament, featuring Worldwide Wrestling Network original Liberty Washington and Billie Jean Payne and Sonya Mercer, but the outsiders, for a lack of a better word, the other competitors
for the Glow Crown Championship. Some major announcements here. Some major questions have been answered. And a few surprises in here. A few people we're not that familiar with.
And the first announcement of which that covers things is we now know where the Empire of Pain went following Cyclone Saturday Night. They were given permission to leave early, and I believe that Mr. Hamrick has the scoop onto why James Kearney and KJ Payne were allowed to leave early.
Yes, I do. There is an associate of theirs by the name of Kelly Kazarian, who was a little late getting here because of some travel issues, and they had picked her up prior to the show. They were getting her to the WWWN power plant so she could get registered and get prepped for the tournament.
Oh, well, that certainly explains that connection and why they were allowed to go and why that decision was made by Kimiko Nassan and Erwin Roberts. But also, big debut announcement. Jada Storm, the Iron Queen.
We now know where that promo came from, and on the heels of that, we have a first round match of Jada Storm against Kenzie Corbin that Jada Storm herself has requested following Kenzie Corbin's comments on social media recently.
And speaking of Kenzie Corbin, let's take this. She is a part of our opening match here on Glow, facing Kitty Devereaux. And Jada Storm apparently requested this match to deal with the upstart Kenzie Corbin for essentially spoiling the surprise.
And in that same regard, Kenzie Corbin has requested a match. Woman we're seeing enter the ring right now, Kitty Devereaux, who, has she put it on social media, left her hanging at the end of that tag match on the first episode of Glow. She went as far as to say in the locker room that Kitty had not been carrying her weight in that match. And I don't know if that's a jab at Kitty or if that is just a slang expression.
And speaking of which, also debuting in the Mildred Burke Invitation, Asha the Giant, someone who will, I believe, from what I understand, is the dwarf Kitty Corbin, as far as being one of the most intimidating presences on our women's division roster. I completely agree, and while I'm looking forward to seeing what happens between Asuka and BJP, Billie Jean Payne, I can't help but think I would love to have seen a first round match between Kitty Devereaux and Asha. And here things go. Kenzie Corbin starting things off with a nice head scissors, taking down Dogfight Devereaux's daughter. A legacy versus legacy here, and with Gaz Corbin staring down and looking at his apparent pride and joy in Kenzie Corbin. Kenzie has been very present in the Worldwide Wrestling Network lately in her debut and on social media, running the WWWN Kindred account. And wait a minute, oh, wonderful moonsault by Kenzie Corbin, and the cover, and Kitty able to kick out.
Oh, and while she has been present, she has indicated to various parties that she doesn't feel she's quite proven everything she's capable of thus far in her short time in this company.
And that she does have big boots to fill in the wake of Gaz Corbin. And speaking of big boots, look at this. Oh, what a big front slam by Kitty Devereaux. But
and you've got to think, Kitty Devereaux has a good, 50, 60 pounds on Kinsey?
Well, I don't like to talk about women's weight like that, Mr. Hamrick,
but I mean, she is bigger than Kinsey.
Yes.
And, I mean, you've got to think,
Look at
slam
combo.
like that, you've got to feel the effect of it.
Beautiful combo, that hammering lariat, and following it up with a headbutt right to the gut to Kinsey Corbin, going for the cover. One, kick out by Kinsey. And the ladies of our Glow division certainly give it all in the ring, and we let it just all flow here in Worldwide Wrestling Network presents Glow. Look at that Gamaguri by Kitty Devereaux, and look at the agility!
And
What a splash!
That's another thing to know about Kitty Devereaux. While she is one of the bigger girls in our division, she is capable of doing some rather acrobatic maneuvers.
Utilizing speed to her advantage. Look again! Look at that! Rolling Thunder into the frog splash.
And I can't help but think Kinsey Corbin might be regretting. Kinsey Corbin might be regretting saying Kitty didn't carry her weight last week in that tag match.
Kitty is certainly throwing herself around like someone half her size, and really putting a lot of force into everything that she is throwing at Kinsey Corbin.
And I can't say that we blame Kitty for doing that, given Kinsey's rhetoric over the past week.
Well, rhetoric, attitude, point of view, whatever you want to call it, it certainly has not earned her a lot of friends in the women's division.
Well, it's not. I mean, it hasn't earned her a lot of enemies yet either. I mean,
whoa, look at Kitty Devereaux. Look at power. Good God. And now, wrapping Kinsey up in a bow and arrow like a Christmas gift.
And Gaz Corbin can't be too happy watching that display right there.
Kinsey able to roll through on it. And, cross body. Kitty Devereaux looking dominant. But wait a minute. Feet up her on the ropes. And Kinsey able to kick out. That is...
She didn't just kick out of that.
What the hell?
What? I'm not even
Good
sure what
God!
that was.
What the... It was some kind of cutter. 1, 2... Kitty Devereaux is tougher than a $2 steak, having to kick out of that maneuver. And that was an explosive move. That you are correct, Mr. Hammer. It came out of nowhere. Speaking of which, that super kick was out of nowhere. But Kitty able to do a tiger scissors, looking like Sayama there. And now answering back, 2 clotheslines, big single leg drop kick, knocking down Kinsey. And the cover, 1, 2, Kinsey leaving it all in the ring.
But as tough as you're talking about Kitty Devereaux being, Kinsey Corbin has proven she is...
Wait a minute, referee, get in there! Get in there! She's fighting her! And then going for the gut press, just standing on the stomach of Kinsey. And, like father, like daughter, that big right hand to the temple And now transitioning into the surfboard stretch. And you got to be thinking that Gaz Corbin has got to be thinking, come on, there are 100 ways that you can get out of this.
Well, and that may be the case, but we've not heard her, Kenzie's had much of a submission background, despite, her father's, relative proficiency in it, but, she's kind of described herself as a striker.
Yeah, and that's what we have seen, some striking, a little bit of risk-taking and high flying, but Kitty Devereaux definitely on the full-on power game right now.
And she's definitely grounded Kenzie Corbin in this match. May not be a bad idea.
Especially after that running, twisting cutter that we saw earlier. Kitty taking a step to keep this match in her favor. Now reaching the arms of the spine, and it is Kitty attempting to go for a lockup, and Kenzie steps away. And wait a minute, block. Kitty in control. Looks like she's going to go uptown with Kenzie Corbin. And
well,
look at this big slam.
Again with that front slam from a military press position.
And Kitty in. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know how wise this is. Kitty Devereaux throwing Kenzie Corbin to the outside.
Right next to her father, and he's not trying to interfere in that match.
I am honestly surprised that Gaz Corbin isn't at least attempting to help his daughter stand up here.
He must have a good reason for it.
And Kitty going on the attack, and went right to the apron. And blackout, that is the technical glitches that we seem to get with Kitty Devereaux.
With Kenzie
Corbin. It's these technical glitches that we seem to get when she is involved in something. And here comes big hip splash. And that momentum right to the back of the impact of the hip, the impact of the back of the head on the turnbuckle.
But I think Kitty may have wore herself out here.
And the cover to Kenzie kicking out. And
she's definitely showing to be as resilient as her father.
Very true. And again, there it is. That cutter. 1, 2, 3. And Kenzie Corbin with the victory. Incredible match with Kenzie Corbin calling out Kitty Devereaux and showing exactly what she's made of.
Well, I think we've seen some stuff here this evening that we're going to have to keep an eye on in the future.
Not just from Kenzie. Not just from Kenzie, but also from Kitty Devereaux.
Agreed.
And, ladies and gentlemen, after that exciting match, let's switch over for the second bracket announcement for the Mildred Burke Invitational. And let's take a quick look at bracket number 2, bracket beta. Desiree Hallingwood, one of the standouts from the Worldwide Wrestling Network Young Lioness division, nearly undefeated throughout her tenure in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. The Greek goddess Roxana Stone, who has been coming to the World Wide Wrestling Network has been on fire in the ring. We have the debut of Amethyst Raven, one of the newest signees to the Young Lions division. The returning Tiny Tank, Daniela Tigre Cito, coming back from injury to compete in the Mildred Burke Invitation, along with the daughter of Dogfight Devereaux, Kitty Devereaux, looking for her first taste of championship gold. And Andrea Washington representing the Souls of Mischief, and Bonnie Hollywood representing Megalomaniac Pro Wrestling. Let's stop and take a look at the brackets. Howling Wolf versus Raven. Stone versus Daniela Tigre Cito. Rose versus Kitty Devereaux, and Bonnie Hollywood versus Andrea Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, back in Beta. Some exciting things to come in the Glow division. The second bracket for the Worldwide Wrestling Network Mildred Burke Invitational for the Glow Crown Championship is stacked.
There is a mix in here that includes some hometown favorites and some people coming in from abroad who I am really eager to see coming into this, many of whom we have already seen competing here in recent weeks, but now we know they have come for that Glow Crown title. I am talking about Rose, I am talking about Andrea Washington, I am talking about Roxana, the Greek goddess Stone.
And not to mention including hometown favorites Desiree Howling Wolf, Kitty Devereaux, who we just saw in impressive action, and someone who we're going to see in just a moment, a returning Daniela Tigre Cito. And this also includes people that we've seen in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. Monday Night Melee, Andrea Washington, who represents the Souls of Mischief. Bonnie Hollywood. And the newest signee to the Young Lions division, part of the Worldwide Wrestling Network's international expansion, Amethyst Raven.
And I honestly don't envy that young woman's task, as she is going against the number 1 seed in the tournament, Desiree Howling.
And, ladies and gentlemen, what a bracket, what a division, what a tournament for the Mildred Burke Invitational.
And this is only the second bracket. We have 2 more to come.
And with that, let's take this to ringside and see what some of our ladies in action.
And giving the first round announcement of Billie Jean Payne taking on Asha the Giant, it makes sense that she is taking part tonight in a match against Daniela Tigre, who is not the tallest woman on our roster by any sense, but she is a tank.
And Daniela Tigre, we call her the Tiny Tank. Built like an M1 Bradley fighting vehicle. And
she grew up as a circus strongwoman in a family of circus performers, and she's returning from an injury.
Yes, last year she was brutally assaulted by Jessica Stridfin in a very dangerous attack, put through a table multiple times, clearly injured her back, and has not been seen since.
We know Jessica Stridfin was suspended.
And has continually been suspended indefinitely.
It was considered an indefinite suspension, but reports are that suspension may be off, and she is just biding her time to return. I can't help but think that Daniela maybe has things working against her tonight. Not just coming back from the injury, having ring rust, but having to look over her shoulder and wonder if Jessica Stridman might be, planning to assault her again.
That is very true, as we have Billie Jean Payne making her entrance. And honestly, her debut back to the World Wide Wrestling Network this year for this season. Both of these hometown girls going toe-to-toe in the basically almost a continuation of some issues that they had last year.
Well, and there were some issues last year, but the bigger thing with Billie Jean Payne is she is coming into her own, but she's also distancing herself from her mentor, her longtime mentor and trainer, Erwin Roberts.
Billie Jean taken down with a nasty clothesline by Daniela.
You've gotta wonder if a part of that distancing has been Billie Jean's attitude to the fans.
And that is true. Her attitude has had a dramatic shift, and over the course of several months, especially in interactions that I have had with her at the Worldwide Wrestling Network Power Plant, the home of the Young Lion and the Young Lionesses program. And Daniela Tigrecito laying in some big forearm shots, knocking down Billie Jean Payne and using the ropes as a weapon, stretching that cable, clotheslining, and now slamming Billie Jean Payne's head straight to the mat. And big knee drop.
Well, and you've gotta think when you see stuff like this from Daniela. This is why we call her the Tiny Tank. This is where we talk about her background in the circus as a circus strong woman.
Whoa! That's the 8-second ride.
That is the 8-second ride.
Cover 1, 2, kick out by Daniela Tigrecito.
And you see that power on play with her kick out there and with how she's thrown Billie Jean around and just generally knocked Billie Jean down with relative ease in this match.
Yes, very, just the strength on display. And wait a minute, I think we're about to see some of that strength. And the deadlift Falcon Arrow. Just absolutely placing Billie Jean in a dire position. Billie Jean knew what was being called for right there, and now is trying to drop Daniela with a DDT. Sitting straight down, driving Daniela with the DDT in the center of the ring.
And I've got to think the effectiveness of that DDT is probably increased given Daniela's injuries.
Very much so. And Billie Jean, roll through. And tagging Daniela with that kick. And wait a minute. Swinging inverted DDT. And now Billie Jean setting up super kick. Daniela Tigrecito.
She looks out.
She's KO.
She looks out right here. Yeah.
And what an impressive seizing return by Billie Jean Payne.
And you've got to think, if she can handle Daniela Tigrecito like that, she might just have a chance against Asha the Giant.
And look at that! Looking like she was about to go to the fans and just flames them all. I mean,
you can't help but think right here that this is a young woman who knows where she stands with these people and the lighting clients.
And ladies and gentlemen, that leads us up to our next bracket announcement for the Mildred Burke Invitational. in the Worldwide Wrestling Network, and the Firefly of professional wrestling, Madison Miles, coming from Gorilla Footwear Wrestling to come in and take a stab at the Glow Division. And speaking of stabbing, here comes the Psycho, Tiffany Razor, looking to be crowned the Glow's Crown Champion. Also representing Megalomaniac Pro Wrestling is Fabiana and Reina, two incredibly talented young women. We saw Reina last year, and it is Fabiana's debut. And we will also returning into the mix in the Mildred Burke Invitational is one Giselle Deluxe, the Golden Goddess of the Worldwide Wrestling Network. And also joining them in this bracket is Nia Bennett of the Bennett Era and the enigmatic luchador Peril. Let's take a look at the bracket breakdowns. Reina versus Tiffany Razor, Madison Miles versus Fabiana, Parable versus Nia Bennett, and Unbreakable Emery Jade against Giselle Deluxe. Incredible booking by our championship committee here for Bracket Gamma. Bracket 3 does not disappoint. Continuing with the mega announcements that we have had, we are seeing some very incredible debuts in the Mildred Burke Invitational, including the first-time ring appearance of Nia Bennett, a dream match for some with Emery Jade versus Giselle. And, I mean, just absolutely incredible matchups here. And
we have the signings of both the Psycho Tiffany Razor and the Firefly of professional wrestling, Madison Miles. Two signees who were both actively pursued by the board of directors and the championship committee for their involvement in this tournament.
Both of them also former members of GWW Guerrilla Warfare Wrestling, a partner organization with the Worldwide Wrestling Network. We want to thank Guerrilla Warfare Wrestling for their input into the Mildred Burke Invitational and for their support as long as we have been partnered with them. Thank you, everyone at GWW.
And we have one other thing we would be amiss if we did not note here. This enigmatic parable that we have seen the past couple of weeks is apparently been inserted into the tournament as a replacement.
A replacement?
Yes. There was someone who was originally going to be signed up for the tournament who was apparently injured at the power plant while training. We don't know who. We do not have 100% confirmation on who it is. We're hoping to get some more information soon. But Parable happened to be at the power plant at the time, and she volunteered to do it.
Well, that's very interesting. And on top of that, we have Reina and Fabiana from Megalomaniac Pro Wrestling. Also, Dave coming in.
Who will be making their debuts for our promotion.
Well, Reina was with us last year.
Well, yes, she was.
But Fabiana is coming with Reina to begin her,
excursion.
Excursion into the women's division of the Glorious Ladies of Wrestling.
And granted, we have had a long-standing partnership with Megalomaniac Pro Wrestling, and this almost feels like it's as much a rite of passage for Fabiana as it is an excursion for her.
Very much so. And with that being said, let's move forward to our final match of the evening. And tag team match.
And this match was put together largely to whet some appetites.
Very much so.
We had 5 women in that match at Krampus Night. We have 4 of them in this match tonight. And this has been put together as a tag match so that these women can get a feel for one another and, outside of a scramble environment. And just to give the audience a sneak peek at what's to come.
Very true, very smart. Of the Worldwide Wrestling Network Board of Directors, giving off as Liberty Washington makes her debut a preview of what is to come with potential interactions in the Mildred Burke Invitational. Liberty Washington, a former Southern Premier Wrestling Women's Champion and quote Crown Champion, the title that is on the line in the Mildred Burke Invitational. And we have been very excited with our signing of Roxana Stone. She has not disappointed in her matches so far. Very incredible talent on display as the one true Greek goddess makes her way in her Glow debut. She's been on Monday Night Melee, but this is the first time that she has been on the Glorious Ladies of Wrestling.
Hasn't she appeared on both Melee and Cyclone?
She has.
So she has basically appeared on every show for us now.
Very true. As Roxana Stone, the Greek goddess, steps into the ring teaming up with fan favorite Liberty Washington.
And this is something that you could probably give away as a network special match, and we are giving it away on Flow free of charge. You don't have to pay $9.99 a month. You just have to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and hit the alert so you can be notified when future Glow episodes are coming your way.
And here comes Sela Mathila.
And I really like this young woman. I don't know what it is about her.
Another one of our international stars that has signed with the Worldwide Wrestling Network. And she has been impressive with that one-hit wonder back fist. I mean, knocking Kitty Devereaux clear in the next week in one of the first matches that she had in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. And just incredible talent distilled into this young woman.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but she had an outstanding showing at Krampus Night as well. And I think she damn near eliminated Liberty Washington on her own.
Very true, which is part of the reason why this match was made. Facing Tazila Mathila, Liberty Washington, and Rose, getting all 4 of these combustible elements to interact here on Glow. And Rose has had a very good just record here in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. And absolutely A+.
She has had a very stellar showing here. Even when she's come up short, she has let everyone. She's let everyone know that she was there. And even, somebody has gotten a victory victory over her if they felt it the next week.
That is very true. Incredibly true. And Rose, just another one of these dominant women's wrestlers who is coming in from multiple promotions to be a part of the Mildred Burke Invitational and to be a part of our Flow division. And Liberty Washington's going to start this match off squaring off with Tazila Mathila. There is the bell, and they are locking up, and Liberty showing off her wrestling background, grounding Tazila, but Tazila standing right back up with a standing switch.
And this is very reminiscent of, in some ways, and also a refreshing difference from the brawl that they had at ringside at Krampus Night.
And once again, standing switch by Tazila, standing switch by Liberty, back and forth, and a hip toss. And, what a big powerbomb by Tazila! Just switching from technician to power like flipping a switch. And now tagging in Rose, because I believe that Tazila's made the statement that she wants to. Arm drag, taking down Rose as Liberty. Headbutt. And wait a minute, slipping back, Liberty Washington trying to create some distance with those slaps, and Rose right into the eyes. Referee's going to give a warning there by Rose to Rose. And Liberty,
well, we think he is at least.
And slingshot. Beautiful slingshot suplex.
But Rose's quick back to her feet for what that's worth.
And now Liberty Washington attempting. Wait a minute. Roxanna Stone with the blind tag.
She tagged herself in, and honestly, that's probably the smartest thing she could have done right there.
Very wise, honestly, getting that blind tag, but the speed of Rose and that technical proficiency that we have seen from her is just being.
These two have had some issues. And
they
these
have.
Two had some issues as well. Roxanna handed Rose her first loss here, and since then, there's been a level of contention between the two of them because, as Rose put it, there was a unfair advantage, and Roxanna offended her culture.
And Roxanna locking in that neck wrench, and now picking up Rose. Rose with a jawbreaker to create some distance, and Roxanna closes the gap very quickly with a clothesline. Roxanna again cranking on the neck. And now Roxanna Stone, the Greek goddess. What can... Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Athena's way! Athena's way! Dropping Rose. Cover. 2. A kick out. Good God.
Well, and that move is what put Rose away in their first match, if I remember correctly.
It is, and now tag team tactics by Liberty and Roxanna. And Irish whip. Rose in the corner, and the power that Liberty Washington packs into that frame. But wait a minute. It's Tazila. Oh my God. While Liberty was going to the fans, the quick tag to Tazila, and now we're back to Liberty and Tazila Mathila going toe-to-toe. And Liberty attempts to grapple with Tazila. Wait a minute. Roxanna Stone suckering in Tazila, and now going for the tag, but Tazila with the double leg takedown. Look at these palm strikes.
And there's that blind tag this time didn't quite benefit her, but, I mean...
Oh, wait a minute, look at that! Look at that! Tip up Hurricane Rana! And wait a minute, technical glitch.
Well, we do know Kenzie's in the building, so...
And
shouldn't be too surprised there.
Irish whip by Tazila Mathila. And look at this. Wait a minute. David Dale drop kick. Just ate two big boots from Rose. Rose coming back. Oh, what a sling blade. And wait a minute. Body slam attempt by Rose. Roxana, Irish whip to Liberty, and catches a foot as Roxana is now being double teamed by Tazila. Look at this. Look at it. DDT. That's the culture shock and a wheelbarrow German suplex. Quick tag.
We've seen Rose do that move with several people she has partnered with in recent weeks.
Yes. That variation of the culture shot. Liberty attempting to take out the leg, and it doesn't quite work, but she nailed that forearm shot. But Tazila, oh, with another forearm shot, followed by clothesline, kip up. Tazila looking, wait, big boot, rocking back Tazila, Irish whip. And Liberty going up top. Oh, and a crossbody. Big springboard crossbody by Liberty Washington. Hard Irish whip. And we know where she might be going. Nope. Oh, again. Catching that crossbody. And here comes Rose. Is Rose still fresh enough?
I'm not sure on that.
And Rose,
even if she's not, she's definitely eager for a fight here.
She is very spry and definitely wanting to keep this match going. Wait a minute. Oh, I almost thought that she was going for the electric chair German suplex, but just the electric chair drop. Liberty Washington added that variation of the American suplex from the electric chair position to her repertoire. And wait a minute, look at that cutter. And it was broken up by Roxana, but it looks like she clipped the referee going for that dive. And Tazila just ragdolling Roxana. And look at this. Just wanting to inflict suffering on Liberty Washington, locking in the Anaconda Vice. That's a combination headlock and Nagi. And
if we ever get the referee back up here,
wait a minute. Liberty Washington trying to set up for something. And there it is. There it is. The American suplex. Cover. 1, 2, 2, 3. Yes. And Liberty Washington.
Tazila tried to break it up right there, and I think she stumbled on her own momentum.
A little bit on her own momentum, getting over the rope. And Liberty Washington and Roxana Stone victorious this week. What a match. What a preview of the Mildred Burke Invitational.
And we still have one bracket left to announce here this evening. Should we take it away to that announcement?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget the Mildred Burke Invitational starts soon. Watch the Worldwide Wrestling Network online Twitter, and don't forget, subscribe to us above. Just slap that subscribe button, slap that bell for notifications to know when we are premiering. And we are going to end tonight's broadcast with the announcement of the final bracket. And, ladies and gentlemen, let's send that to the production truck. And in our final bracket Delta, we see from Megalomaniac Pro Wrestling, Kazila Mavila, the debuting Young Lioness, All Rainbows and Sunshine, Ashley Ray, the Luchadora Yvette DeSoto, Heavenly representing Megalomaniac Pro Wrestling, the debuting Nikita B. And also debuting is Tony Sweets, and the return of two Worldwide Wrestling Network legends. One, the trainer of the women's division, Erwin Roberts, the Welsh Dragon, and the returning Brittany Clam, the Sin City Striker, looking to make an impact in the Mildred Burke Invitational. Let's take a look at the opening bracket. Heavenly versus Ashley Ray, Tony Sweets versus Yvette DeSoto, Tazila Mafila versus Nikita B, and Erwin Roberts versus Brittany Clam. Oh my God, bracket Delta is stacked, and I cannot wait to see what is going to happen in the opening rounds of the Mildred Burke Invitational. And with the final bracket of the Mildred Burke Invitational announced, ladies and gentlemen, what a tournament. Let's talk about this last bracket. We have Tony Sweets making her WWN debut. We've got Tazila Mafila, who we just saw in the main event. We have Nikita B coming in, debuting for the Worldwide Wrestling Network. The young
Okay, well, sorry.
And we have Ashley Rain, who is All Rainbows and Sunshine, as far as I'm concerned, one of the newest members of the Young Lioness division. And that's not that. Also, we're kind of burying the lead here. We've got Heavenly, Yvette,
we are burying lead because it is a match that I think we're stumbling over each other because we're both excited to announce it.
That's right.
A dream match as far as we are concerned. The returning Sin City Striker, Brittany Clam herself, against WWWN original and head trainer Erwin Roberts. A match.
What a match! What a match!
Basically, when Brittany indicated to us she was interested in being in the tournament, Erwin stepped forward and said, "I'd like a match against Brittany Clam if you don't mind."
And Brittany Clam stepped up to the plate
to deny Miss Roberts that opportunity.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, final ending part of the broadcast. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. And once again, in the words of Lord Cyrus,
Stay safe
and stay over.